quarterback Dylan Gabriel, University of Miami quarterback Cam Ward, and Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty. The award for college football's best player will be presented Saturday in New York City. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us in celebrating the season of giving by being part of the solution. As we enjoy great food, family, warmth, and well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours. Now through December 20th, all of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net, and together we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, hey. Second bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. 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 Ain't no other king in this rap thing, they siblings. Nothing but my children. One shot, they disappearing. I'm in a city with a flag be getting thrown like it was pass interference. Padlock around the building. Crash pulling up an unmarked truck just to play freeze tag. With a bone to pick like it was sea bass. So when I made it out, I made about 50K from a show. Trying to show the ropes before they hung from a rope. I'm prophetic. They only talk about it, how I get it. Only good for saving face, seen the cosmetics. How many heads I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We up the plyometric. Ran up out of luck, soon as I up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, you could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walk in New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling.
KBLA Talk 1580. That's what I should get. Etienne!
Hey, turn the TV on, turn the TV on. Turn the TV on, turn the TV on.
Turn it on because he's on it. I'm so happy to welcome into the studio actor, director, and visionary founder of WalkGood LA, a nonprofit. You probably have heard about it on this station. It's led by him and his family. It's dedicated creating inclusive, accessible spaces for wellness and healing within marginalized communities. That means us. Hey, Etienne Maurice, welcome.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. I appreciate it.
Yeah, great to have you in. Thanks for bringing the energy. We on that Kendrick right now.
Hey,
too.
come on now. Turn the TV on. I'm so happy that Kendrick dropped that album. We needed that. The city needed that.
Yeah, why do you say that? I mean, what do you think it brings?
I think it brings joy. Just like this movie that I'm in, Mistletoe Matrimony, it brings joy. I think all of us have been really just down in the dumps lately, you know.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to media, when it comes to art, I think it's important that we tell the stories of what's going on right now, but also bring a little life to it and bring a little joy. And that's exactly what we try to do at WalkGood.
Yeah, that's what you guys do. It's a great point. We were talking earlier this morning because Nikki Giovanni made her transition, the great poet.
Rest in power.
Yes, indeed. But Black joy and the Black arts movement and the role of artists like Kendrick and yourself in bringing joy, solidarity, education, fellowship, especially in dark times.
Yeah, I think we need it. I think that was really what started my journey with WalkGood, you know, after the killing of Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and so many others that were taken at the hands of violence. My family and I, my sister, my cousin, Namaste Marley Ray, and Ivy Coco, we banded together and we protested every Saturday right there at LA High Memorial Park. And through the protest, we found healing. So I'd ask my cousin Marley, I'd say, hey, let's ground, let's do some yoga poses, let's do some breath work or something, not even knowing what any of that was, or like what it could do for our bodies. And I realized in real time how impactful this was having on how impactful this was on our lives in this present moment. And through that, we were able to really grow a community. And so while the protests dwindled, the yoga classes started to grow, and we would have 500 people in the park doing yoga, 500 black and brown folks in the park doing yoga, which is almost unheard of at that time.
Still almost unheard of.
Yeah, exactly, right? And now with the big thanks to LA Supervisor Holly J. Mitchell, now our new outside home is at Kenneth Hahn Park, so you could see us every first Sunday, and you could breathe good with us in the park.
I see y'all.
Yeah.
I'm always like, dang, I should have had my yoga mat in my car. But
we got extras too. We got you. If you don't have a yoga mat, I got you.
Oh, so now I have no excuse.
You have no excuse
I see
whatsoever.
y'all rolling up when I'm out there getting my steps in. But I think I love the way you have taken, and we have time. We've got the whole hour, so we'll get more into the different aspects of what you're doing. But you've got WalkGood LA, which is born of protest, and I love it so much because of one of the things I think your generation has started to bring is that part of activism is taking care of ourselves.
Yeah,
so we can fight and continue to evolve. And then you've got your film and television career. You've got a thriving career as an actor.
Yeah.
And you've brought them together, which is sometimes hard when we have 50 million things going on at the same time. No, I really sometimes have a hard time integrating all the different aspects of my life, but you don't. Film good.
Yeah, film good. Yes.
Walk good, film good.
Everything
it's
good at Walk Good. It's all good at Walk Good. That's our new slogan. No, Film Good is the first ever film and wellness festival right here in Los Angeles. We're highlighting 6 underrepresented filmmakers. We're actually, this Thursday, we are having the 30th anniversary screening of Jason's Lyric.
Nice.
And
that's the day after tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah, day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Day after tomorrow. And tomorrow, we have a screening with Jarrell Jerome for his new film, Unstoppable, which stars him, J-Lo, Don Cheadle. It's going to be at the Cinemark Theater. I don't like calling it Cinemark. It's the Magic Johnson Theater. It will always be the Magic Johnson Theater
Same.
to me. But if you'd like to RSVP, make sure to go to filmgood.org. We got a bunch of panels. We have the Abbott Elementary panel that's happening, and it's all happening at the WalkGood Yard, which is our creative wellness studio right in the heart of Los Angeles, right on the corner of Pico and Norton. You remember Catch One?
Yeah.
Right across the street from Catch One. That's
Wow.
where the WalkGood Yard
Why
is.
do I remember Catch One? Never mind that.
I've gotten that a lot. But I mean, to your point, I really have really bridged this gap with and found the intersection between wellness and the arts and entertainment. I think when we think of wellness, we think, oh, it's yoga and movement. When the reality is wellness is also storytelling. I think storytelling is healing.
Well-being.
Yeah. And I learned this growing up, seeing my mom do what she does, with the
Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Yes, the one and only.
I wasn't going to lead with that because I have a dad whose name is Giant, and sometimes, you don't seem like you struggle with that at all.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, my mother is the Cheryl Lee Ralph. I mean,
doubt.
Who would not want to shout that from the mountaintops?
Well, some people feel overshadowed or intimidated or like they can never live up to their parents' shoes.
I think
I used to feel that way when I was younger.
I think for me and my mom and our relationship is my mom always pushed me to do what I wanted to do. And she always supported me in every asset, everything. Like I remember when I was in high school and I was applying for colleges, and I was thinking about applying to study film and video, but then I didn't think I would make any money off of it. Then I didn't think that it was really educational. And I remember very vividly, Mom sat me down. She's like, Etienne, you could do whatever you want to do. If you want to study film, if you want to study acting, go do that. And if you want to change into something else, that is perfectly fine. And I did. I went on my own path. And I really hit the ground running. People don't realize that, I didn't just, get into acting because of my mom. I really was hitting the pavement hard. I was doing background acting.
Whoever thinks that doesn't really know much about this business, because unless your mom is actually the producer, director, executive producer,
Yeah,
She's not going to get you a job.
Not gonna do anything. Like, my mom's not gonna introduce me to the managers and the agents. Like, I have to show up as myself.
And even if she does, that doesn't mean they're going to sign you.
Exactly.
Like, that's not how this business works.
At all.
Unless you are, they may give you an extra look. But if you can't cut it, unless your dad or mom is actually the decision maker on a project, which is rare.
Right. Yeah. No, you're not gonna get your shot. And so, really, by the grace of God, like, God has showed me really what I am capable of, because I was gonna give up acting.
So do you bristle at the Nepo baby title?
A little bit. It's like, at the end of the day, I don't consider myself a Nepo baby. Yes, I have a mother who has all these accolades, but
your mom is dope too. Not just as an actor, as a person, right?
Yes, as a person. And as a community activist with her nonprofit, the Diva Foundation. Yeah. And, you know, I was always very inspired by her growing up, like literally coming out the womb, you know, when she would do the Diva show, Diva Simply Singing at the Wilshire E-Bell Theater.
Spoken like a son. You know, the Diva show.
The Diva show. I mean, because my mom is the diva.
But you said you were almost not getting into it. Like, this wasn't a given for you, and that's why the Nepo baby thing you don't. And I want to say this, as a Black woman in this business, it's a little hard to even really get that title. Unless your mom's the head of a studio. Black women are, no matter how famous we are, we're always fighting for the next job.
Yeah, that's right. And my mom, she's been fighting tooth and nail. And I think I've always been inspired by my mom, because I've seen all the different waves of her career. I've seen the ups and I've seen the downs. Yeah. And it's always inspired me to be the best son and the best human and the best artist I can be.
But somehow you said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and act.
Oh, yeah. And I did it. But it's like, I think, you know, when WalkGood started, I've been fully committed since we started this organization. And I was folding chairs and tables like last night. And I checked people in the studios, because we have, you know, our studio, we have yoga classes Monday through Saturday. And so most of the time I'm in the studio making sure that things are set and in order. And I thought that was going to be my life. And if that was going to be my life, I would have been completely fine with it. But like I said, I think God just showed me that I had so much more to offer. So when I was offered this role for Mistletoe Matrimony, coming out on December 14th on OWN, I was shocked. But then I was also like, oh, wow, it's happening.
But also, it's not your first not your first acting job.
It's not. But it's the first acting job where I'm leading a role.
Congratulations.
And
that's a huge deal.
Thank you.
That's a huge. Anyone that's done anything in the space.
Number 2 on the call sheet.
That's a giant step.
It is.
You're a leading man.
A leading man.
I love that so much for you.
Yeah. And it's going to be on Max, too. So the day after, on the 15th.
Okay, nice.
I know that everybody likes to Netflix and chill, but I'm asking everybody to Max and chill for this one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and, you know, it's a really nice movie. We'll talk about that when we come forward. We're talking with Etienne Maurice and you on KBLA Talk 1580.
Say the quiet part out loud. KBLA Talk 1580. Are you an entrepreneur looking to take your business to new heights? KBLA Talk 1580 is your partner in success. Every day, we celebrate and elevate Black-owned businesses across our community. Our KBLA SMB Marketplace currently features The Cookie Dip, Badass Bakes, Hair Concoction, Higher Education Accreditation Consulting, LACC Radiology Technology Department, and Malik Books. Your business deserves to be heard. Let KBLA Talk 1580 amplify your voice and connect you with our powerful community of listeners. Email smb@kbla1580.com today. That's smb@kbla1580.com. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Did you know that 1 in 6 African American men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer? This month, every time you purchase Gillette's family of products, they'll donate to support Movember. Whether you're looking for Gillette's Best Shave, a regimen to help prevent new shave irritation and bumps, or award-winning beard care products, every Gillette purchase can make a difference in the fight against prostate cancer. Visit pggoodeveryday.com/Movember for details. Exclusions apply.
We're with Bridget, whose husband won't be home for months, and whose daughter is due any day. We're with Mike, who's leaving home to protect his family and yours. We're with all service members and their families who need community, connection, and maybe a bit of magic. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
I was so excited when I heard the sandwich was back. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich
is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken. It's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet. But either way,
you're getting a winner.
The Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is back with a bite. Try it with the original or spicy filet, now for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DiPrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
Etienne Maurice is here in the studio, keeping it true to WalkGood LA's vibe and, community mission, because this right here is KBLA Talk 1580. We're broadcasting from Leimert Park.
That's right.
Africa Town, not too far away from WalkGood LA. And we'll get into that because it's funny. I said it's time for us to pivot and get off of this intense election all the time energy and start taking care of ourselves and having some fun. And people demanded that you come on the show, and here you are. You manifested just like that.
I'm glad that I could be here. I think I'm really, really passionate about supporting communities, and I think there are a lot of communities out there that are really doing the good work of building spaces through wellness, through movement. Like Keep It 100, they run every Thursday. There's so many. There's so many other communities and movement that are doing really, really great work. So I'm glad that I get to be here to highlight everybody as well.
And we're going to get into all that because I want us to get off our butts and make ourselves feel good.
Come on, we need to feel good.
But speaking of feeling good, your film, Mistletoe Matrimony, where you are, as you say, second on the call sheet, a leading man.
A leading man.
It's but I always want to watch a Christmas movie or whatever, a Kwanzaa movie, a holiday movie, whatever y'all want to call it, a Christmas movie. But so many of them are hella corny, and even the black ones, I'm not going to lie.
But this one isn't corny.
But this one isn't. That's where I was going with it. Thank you for giving me a holiday movie I can watch and not want to just kill myself.
Yeah, nobody's gonna be killing themselves in no holiday film.
It's so cute. Yeah, it's really cute.
It really is. Mistletoe Matrimony is about a young woman, Olivia, played by an amazing actress, Ashley Sharp Chestnut. She's at the top of her game, and she's been put to task of planning her little sister's wedding on Christmas Day.
With no notice.
Yes, with no notice. And to make matters even crazier, her ex-boyfriend of 7 years shows up at her doorstep because he has been hired to be the photographer for the wedding. And so you kind of see where these two go wrong, and by the end of the film, who knows, maybe things might go right. So you just have to go see on Mistletoe Matrimony.
Yeah, it's black, it's uplifting, it's cute, it's fun.
It has a lot of heart.
It has heart. And it's not corny.
No.
Like, you want a little corny for the holidays, you know, it's corny. You want anything that's like, romance, family, holiday is always going to have a little corny to it.
But
that's good.
Shout out to Rhonda Baraka. She was our director. She's talented, amazing female director out of Atlanta. She was really intentional about making sure that this film wasn't the average Christmas movie. Like you'll see even in our costumes and how we dress and some of the lines, you know, it's very now. And I'm feeling really, really positive that people are gonna respond well to it, and I'm excited for people.
Well,
to
you're
see
very now.
Yeah,
so it fits.
It does.
I mean, I don't. I'm not saying that to clown. I think it's natural. I don't think you don't seem like you effort that. It's just who you are.
I received that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think like I said, I'm really grateful that Owen even gave me the opportunity to play this role.
Oprah Winfrey
The
Network.
Oprah Winfrey
And before
Network.
we go into that, Rhonda Baraka, no relation. You know, my dad's name is Baraka.
Really?
Yeah, we're a
Oh,
family
yes,
of Barakas. Yeah,
Wow.
No relation. But this is a black woman
Yes,
director, so
yes,
that's nice too.
Yes, a black woman director. And she's great. She was really like my aunt on set. She had actually worked with my other aunt, Victoria Rowell, on another film.
I love her too.
Yeah, that's my wife's aunt, like real aunt.
Okay.
So Auntie Vicky.
Okay, so you married into the Rowell
Yes,
family, and
yes.
congratulations.
Thank you so
You're a
much.
newlywed.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank
that's
you,
why you
thank
got
you.
that glow.
Ah man, my wife
I'm sure
Stephanie.
the yoga helps, but
Stephanie Maurice, that's my best friend. I love her
out
to
to
life.
Stephanie.
She's my right hand in everything that I do. I really would not be the man I am today without her. And she has really showed me what it means to be a black man in love, you know.
I'm so here for that, and I love that for you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Stephanie and Etienne.
She's probably listening right now. Hey, baby.
Hey, Stephanie. And Victoria Rowell, of course. I've interviewed her several times over the years, and just a lovely person, an incredible talent, and a really dedicated activist.
Yeah, she's
quiet as it's kept.
She's one of my mom's best friends, and it's funny.
Oh,
how,
that makes sense. Yeah.
It was funny how like me and my wife met because she's a producer for ABC News, and I was promoting one of her shows on the internet, and we followed each other on socials, and she sent me a DM. She's like, "Hey, I think you know my aunt," and I was like, "Who's your aunt?" She's like, "Victoria Rowell." I was like, "Wait, what? Yes, I know your aunt, but how did I not know about your existence?" And then lo and behold, she was flying into LA that next week to go to her cousin's birthday, which I was also invited to. And then when we met, it was love at first sight.
Really?
Yeah.
Like lightning bolts kind of thing. Oh,
literally.
I love that. So this is exciting. And so, and it just went from there.
Yeah, it went from
So
there. July
obviously-
6th.
Wow.
July 6th.
So obviously you believe in love at first sight.
I do. I definitely do.
Did you before that happened?
I did not. I did not. I didn't think it was possible. I mean, I knew she was a beautiful woman, but I think like when we met in person, it was just like everything just kind of clicked.
Yeah.
It very much clicked.
Yeah, it sounds like the universe kind of put that in place.
Definitely did. Definitely did. We did not meet on Bumble. I mean, no, shout out to people who do meet on the internet. But,
I mean,
it's
maybe that's
perfectly
how the
fine.
universe hooked them up.
Exactly.
Everybody's path is different.
But I was really glad that I got to meet her in person and in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's important, and I feel like when I hear you talk about your career and the way, acting is hard.
It is so difficult.
You go on auditions, maybe 1 in a million that you'll get it, or 1 in 10,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
And LA is tough. Yeah. I love the city, but it's not easy. But it sounds like you're kind of in the flow, and I'm thinking when I say that, I'm thinking about yoga, I'm thinking about meditation, this idea of manifestation, and that when we can stop resisting and start allowing things into our lives, there's an ease to it.
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
I definitely feel that. And it's made me do a lot of reflecting on my life before WalkGood and before my wellness journey. And I was really struggling.
Yeah.
I was really, really trying to just figure it out. And I think I was very combative in what the divine was showing me. I was really combative in what the universe was trying to present to me. And I didn't have a healing practice. I didn't have
that
I
right
didn't
there.
have a healing
that
practice.
right there.
Yeah.
So what is your healing practice now?
So now my healing practice is yoga. It is meditation. You know, I'm very adamant about waking up at 6 in the morning and doing at least 30 minutes before I begin my day.
Of yoga?
And not even of yoga, just quietness.
Intentional meditation.
Quietness.
Yeah, gotcha.
I think it's also kind of hard when you're a yoga instructor and like wellness is your brand. It's kind of hard to be consistent with it.
Yeah.
And outside of teaching it.
Yeah.
But I know that it's helped my life in so many ways. Like, it has opened up my life in ways I really can't explain. It's just like the things that happen in my life. It's like you would think that it's crazy, but I have to change my narrative around that, because it's not crazy, it's divine, and everything is the way it's supposed to be. It's extraordinary. Exactly, and I'm living a very extraordinary life right now.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I'm terrible at meditating.
We all do.
My mind goes, and I have to force but I do it because the science says that it helps everything.
Yeah.
The data. It's not a religion. I want to point that out. It's not, some kind of cult.
Yeah.
It's a practice, right? And so even though I suck at meditation, I get up every day and I do it at least 10, 15 minutes, sometimes more, like 30. I don't want to get up that early. I got to be here at 6.
You got to be here early though.
But I have found, I notice I yell at people less than I used to on the radio. I've been doing this for years now. Yeah. Then whatever that is, it helps our brain, it helps our body, it helps our stress levels, and it sounds like you've taken it to another level.
Yeah, regulating our nervous system, I think.
Okay.
I listen to a lot
I need to add yoga to my formula. I do meditation.
Come on now.
But I do yoga like once every 2 years.
Well, now hopefully you're going to do it at least once a week at the WalkGood
Once
yard.
A week? Okay, I could commit to that.
I get you a free class, see what you like when you see
get
it
my
and
butt
you get
in
to
there.
Experience it.
Yeah.
But I listen to a lot of Jay Shetty. He's a wellness practitioner, and I listen to his podcast often. And he shared this experience about breath and learning how we use our breath. Mm-hmm. And he was asked, what is the first thing that we come into this world with? I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah, breath. Otherwise, you die.
What's the last thing that we have when we leave this world?
Never thought of it that way, but your last breath.
Your breath.
Yeah,
exactly.
Your last breath.
So while we're on this earth breathing, why not learn how to use our breath? It's the one thing that's consistent in our life. It's the one thing that it's the most vulnerable relationship we have to our body. And I think when we intentionally use our breath and we actually remember to use our breath, I think we'll make better decisions in our life.
It's the one actually essential thing.
Yeah.
We're talking with Etienne Maurice. It's time for Mistletoe Matrimony and Breathing on KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
I'm Bree Wood with 4 Things You Should Know from BIN News. A recent Gallup poll shows that 62% of Americans now believe the federal government should ensure health care coverage for everyone, the highest percentage in over a decade. The U.S. Supreme Court rejected an appeal by parents claiming Boston's pandemic-era exam school admissions discriminated against white and Asian students. The challenged policy, which used zip code quotas, has since been replaced and is not being contested. A wind-driven wildfire near Malibu has grown to over 1,600 acres. Los Angeles County firefighters are battling the Franklin fire, which started Monday night. Evacuations are mandatory, and Pepperdine University students must shelter in place. And a Florida fisherman found 55 pounds of cocaine worth $1.7 million off the coast. The Brevard County Sheriff's Office joked, inviting the owner to claim the drugs for an all-expense-paid stay at the county jail. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 at BINnews.com.
New deals just dropped at Lowe's. Get up to 50% off select pre-lit artificial Christmas trees, holiday lights, and more. Plus, save with weekly deal drops on appliances, tools, and more. Valid 12/5 through 12/11. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom? She started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
For the third straight week, UCLA has the nation's #1 women's college basketball team. The 9-0 Bruins have been ranked #1 since they upset defending national champion South Carolina on November 24th. UCLA is back in action Saturday at Long Beach State. USC's women's basketball team is ranked 5th this week. The Trojans are 8-1. They're at home tonight against Fresno State. The Lakers and Clippers have a nice schedule break. Both teams are off until Friday. The Lakers are at Minnesota. The Clippers are at Denver. The 4 finalists for this year's Heisman Trophy Award were announced Monday. Colorado wide receiver defensive back Travis Hunter, Oregon quarterback Dylan Gabriel, University of Miami quarterback Cam Ward, and Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty. The award for college football's best player will be presented Saturday in New York City. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Many homeowners and businesses use man-made stone as an alternative to traditional stone for their countertops. Handling these products puts workers' lives at risk. Without proper conditions, workers could die from the terminal lung disease silicosis. Employers must supply respiratory protection and water systems. It's essential to wet stone when cutting it to prevent breathing in dust. Do away with dusty, deadly practices. Visit WorkSafeWithSilica.org. This is a message from Cal OSHA.
With reported hate crimes rising in recent years, California has responded through outreach efforts across state government and in collaboration with community-based organizations for the launch of CA versus Hate. This non-emergency, multilingual hate crime and incident reporting hotline provides an anonymous reporting option for victims and witnesses of hate acts reported in 15 different languages through the online portal and in over 200 languages when calling the hotline. Report anonymously by calling 833-866-4283. Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or online at any time at cavshate.org.
The revolution will not be televised.
This is Brother Cornell West. My dear brothers and sisters, I'm full of joy and delight to announce that I'm joining the precious family at KBLA Talk 1580, founded and led by my dear brother Tavis Smiley himself. Yes, the name of the show is Truth Time, and I'll be working with the inimitable Nina Turner out of Cleveland, Ohio, sister of great vision, and we will be on weekdays at 12 noon. We will be following Brother Tavis Smiley's show. We will begin Monday, January the 6th. That's right, Monday, January the 6th. Get ready for a different kind of insurrection. We coming with Martin Luther King Jr. and Fannie Lou Hamer and Curtis Mayfield and Aretha Franklin, and gonna add a little Gil Scott Heron too, as Nina Simone sits at the center. That's right.
The revolution will be live.
That's what we gonna do. Please come with us on this fantastic voyage.
The revolution will put you in the driver's seat.
On behalf of her precious family, it is with profound sadness that KBLA Talk 1580 announces the passing of our beloved colleague, Robin Ayers, on Thursday, December 5th. Robin was a bright light. You could see her radiant smile through the radio. We all respected her immense talent, loved her jovial spirit, celebrated her love of family, and honored her faith in God. Our thoughts and prayers are with Robin's entire family, most especially her husband Rob and her twin daughters Brooklyn and Madison. We ask you to join us in praying for the Ayers family as they navigate the difficult days ahead. In her honor, all this week, we're broadcasting the best of the Rob Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Find a righteous rage and don't be afraid to say what you see. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
And we're so grateful that you're here, Etienne Maurice, because it's been a tough time, a sad time, and yet I feel like the work that you're doing is exactly what we needed. This election cycle, the last election cycle, this personal loss, the last personal loss. So, and I was telling you during News, Traffic, and Sports, I'm so impressed by how you've brought all of your worlds together in this film Good. And wow.
Yeah,
I wish I could go to every single event. I was reading all the stuff you have going on in the next few days. Listen, KBLA delegation, take advantage.
Yes.
Whoa.
With WalkGood, we're really trying to provide safe, equitable, accessible healing spaces through movement in the arts. And through the arts, Film Good is really what we're trying to do, and offering this space where people can actually learn something and actually be entertained, and be actually given resources as in regards to film and entertainment and wellness. And so even like with Jason's Lyric, with us doing the 30th anniversary of Jason's Lyric, that happened all that happening was very divine. Lena Waithe has been shooting her podcast, Legacy Podcast, at our studio at the WalkGood Yard, and she brought Jada Pinkett Smith. Jada Pinkett Smith literally came on the day of my best friend's angelversary. My best friend, Lyric McHenry, she had passed away from an accidental drug overdose 4 or 5 years ago.
Sorry.
And thank you. And Jada Pinkett Smith came to our studio on that day. Jada Pinkett Smith played Lyric in Jason's Lyric. Lyric was named after the character because her father, Doug McHenry, directed and produced the movie Jason's Lyric. So that was the idea that came to celebrate her father and his legacy in cinema. And I'm really, really glad that I get to even highlight his work through this film and honor my best friend and her passing. But also there being a mental health component in the story of Jason's Lyric. I'm just glad that we get to talk about the film and talk about the extreme lengths that have been made, and to be able to talk about the choices that he made as an artist back then in terms of mental health and storytelling and Black storytelling. So
I mean, that's extraordinary. Like you said, it's an extraordinary life, and it's an extraordinary moment.
Yes.
So
make sure to buy your ticket to Film Good this week.
Film Good. Yeah. Where do we get tickets for that? I mean, you've got
you
panel
can buy
discussions,
Film Good,
film screenings.
Yes. So filmgood.org. You can buy your ticket now. Day one, like I said, tomorrow we have the Unstoppable screening with Gerald Jerome.
That's getting great reviews.
Yes, it's a great film. Day two, we have the Jason's Lyric, the 30th anniversary screening of Jason's Lyric. Day three, we are showing 6 underrepresented filmmakers and their short films. We had hundreds of people submit their films, so we get to show 6 of them that were chosen through our jury. And then on Saturday, we are premiering my film, Mistletoe Matrimony. But we also have a bunch of panels. We have a bunch of discussions. We have the Abbott Elementary panel. We have my mother, obviously, of course, Shirley Ralph, Lisa Ann Walter, and William Stanford Davis. They're going to be doing an Abbott Elementary panel, a comedy for TV.
You say, of course, but your mama's got a busy schedule, so she had to be intentional about getting there.
But my mom, she makes it work. When I tell her, I say, Mom, I need you. She's always there. That's what I really appreciate my mom. Like, even with her busy schedule, she'll always make the time.
A comedy panel you have with them.
Yeah.
You're also screening the Legacy Talk.
Yes, yeah, and Lena Waithe, she's pulling up, and we're doing a Q&A. She's gonna be showing the finale of her podcast, Legacy Talk. She had so many amazing people on the podcast.
I bet.
She had Jennifer Lewis, my mother again.
Yeah.
She had Jada Pinkett Smith, Mara Brockett Keel, Gina Prince Bythewood, and so if you pull up on Sunday, you see who her finale was, and we get to talk about why she wanted to do the Legacy Talks. Shout out to Hillman Grad. Shout out to Rishi and Justin Riley. Justin Riley is also on our board of directors at WalkGood. Lena has been my big sister, and I'm glad that we get to join forces this way.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone has a podcast now.
Yeah.
So those of us who have been OG broadcasters, like, man, now we're competing with Academy Award winners.
Oh.
But shout out to your mama, because when she did her first podcast, Diva Divine, she had me as a guest.
Oh, look at that!
So
look
dope.
at that! Yeah. I know people are looking at on YouTube because y'all were dropping some gems.
Yeah. It was fun talking with her. But anyway, so you guys have got I mean, this is an opportunity if you're interested in well-being, if you're interested in entertainment, podcasts.
Yes.
I mean, they need to go get tickets.
And I'm so glad that studios are supporting us. Like, we have Disney as a sponsor, Amazon MGM Studios is sponsoring, Warner Brothers is sponsoring, Sony is sponsoring. Yeah, even we have Lawrence Lamont, who's the director of One of Them Days, Issa Rae's produced film that's coming out that's centered around Los Angeles, starring SZA and Keke Palmer. The director of the movie will be pulling up as well to be talking about the film. So we have a lot of heavy hitters pulling up this year. Oh, and we got Morgan Cooper, who's the creator of Bel Air.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're talking about from script to screen. So again, providing a space where people can learn something and get something to take away with is really, really inspiring and special.
And this is your second annual.
Yes, second
and
one.
it must feel amazing to be able to feature your own film that you're starring in.
A dream come true. I told OWN Network, thank you, OWN, for believing in me, because I said, listen, I cannot have my own film festival and not premiere my film, my first leading role.
Yeah.
So we made it happen.
That's that flow thing, right?
Yeah, it is.
That's that flow thing.
But it's also the work thing too.
Hustle and flow.
Because you really have to make these things work. Like, shout out to my PR, Christopher Sibley. Like, he was
shout
really,
out to Christopher.
He really helped me pull this thing together and making sure to get the word out.
Yeah.
He's one of the best in the game, and I'm really, really appreciative of him.
Yeah, we go back too. Shout out to Christopher. The other thing I love about this at WalkGood, filmgood, .org, is that it's affordable.
Yes.
You know, it's not millions of dollars. A single day pass is just $40.
Yeah.
Like, that's like pretty much a movie ticket.
I mean, and that was intentional.
A movie ticket and some pop. Of course,
that was intentional.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
I think when you think of like these film festivals and these screenings and these premieres that happen all through, I mean, we're in Los Angeles, we're in Hollywood.
Yep.
A lot of the times we don't feel like we're even worthy of being in these spaces, and let alone afford to be in these spaces.
Not invited, right?
And so, with WalkGood, we are a community, and we have to be able to bring people into these spaces, because you never know. There might be another Spike Lee. There might be another John Singleton in the audience that might have attended one of these Film Good events, that might have showcased one of their films at Film Good. So I really want to do my best to uplift these artists that are doing amazing work and are really telling some amazing stories.
And somehow there is a Run Good Community 5K and 2-mile walk as part of Film Good.
Tomorrow morning. Again, movement in the arts.
All film festivals should have 5Ks. I think you should start a trend.
Yes, tomorrow at 8 o'clock. You can meet us at the WalkGood Yard. 8 o'clock. You can meet us at the WalkGood Yard. We got coffee, we got juice, we got some snacks, but also we got community. We got some amazing people. So if you're not going to work, and if you got to go to work later, and if you want to meet some other artists, you want to get some movement in your body, come run with us. It's in collaboration with Amazon MGM and Jerome's new film, Unstoppable. So we get to run together as well.
And what you can do is you can put on your headphones, put our app, the KBLA 1580 app, on your phone,
right.
And then you can listen to me and Judge Songhai Armstead find out what opportunities in the care first world and, alternatives to incarceration and stuff like that while you do your run. I would be there with you running, but I'm going to be running my mouth on the mic.
Yes, you are. But you're going to be doing yoga with us at Kenneth Hahn.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Yes.
I definitely need to do that.
Don't just walk past us now. Next time you see us.
Don't just walk the walk. I don't walk past. I kind of gaze admiringly, and then I keep getting.
And then
my
you keep
steps
walking.
Yeah. So that's tomorrow.
Yes.
This is a whole movement. It's not just a festival.
Yeah, I always tell people, even when we were protesting, I would say that this is a movement, not a moment. There are a lot of organizations that stopped after the pandemic, and I felt my sister, my cousin, and I, and Jay and Kavi, that's our executive team, and we've really worked hard to really expand the services that we offer with WalkGood, and it's kept us inspired. It's kept us going, And we've realized that this is a need. This is a need more
Absolutely.
than anything.
It is. Yeah.
And I think hopefully now we could build a blueprint, and that there are going to be more organizations and more donors that will support us and see our vision and see the lasting impact that we can have on Los Angeles for years to come.
So beyond Film Good, which is starting tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
Beyond your good film, Mistletoe.
I love what you did with that. I love what you did there.
A Mistletoe and Matrimony, which is premiering on the Oprah Winfrey Network and Max this weekend.
This weekend.
It's a holiday film. You will enjoy it. You absolutely will enjoy it. It's awesome. If we wanted to either donate to WalkGood LA or start taking up yoga or walking, how would we connect with that part of what you do?
Everything is on walkgoodla.org. If you want to go on Instagram, go to WalkGoodLA. If you're on TikTok, go to WalkGoodLA. But if you would like to take a class, come to our creative wellness space, the Walk Good Yard, thewalkgoodyard.org, the Walk Good Yard on Instagram. Anything Walk Good, it's your boy.
I type it in, you're going to find it.
You're going to find it.
You're going to find it. Yeah, I haven't been to the yard yet, but that's your actually dedicated space, because a lot of your events have taken place in parks or in the community.
And shout out to Propel, Fitness Water, and Michael B. Jordan, because without them, we would not have the Walk Good Yard. When we got our space last year in July, Michael B. Jordan and his team, they were like, so what do you need? And, we need money. But they were like, yeah, but what do you need the money for? And I felt like that was a light bulb moment. And I thought to myself, we need a studio space. We need a studio space. And they helped us get a studio space right in the heart of Los Angeles. We got a real estate agent. Shout out to our girl, Sunny.
Oh, Sunny.
Sunny. That's our girl.
I know Sunny.
Yeah. She was really instrumental in helping us find the perfect space for us, and now here we are a year later, and growing the business of the Walk Good Yard. Yeah, Sunny Jones, that's our girl. That's our girl.
No relation, but that's my girl. Yeah,
absolutely. Her and Rashidi. Shout out to Tech Lamert.
Absolutely. I'll see all these great things that are happening. I'm glad you mentioned that. We started with Kendrick. Kendrick's album is important because it's lifting us up and because it's a great album, but it's also the energy of so much amazing stuff that's happening on the West Coast that doesn't always get the shine that it should. So thanks for bringing that to our attention this lovely morning. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
This season, Chevy brings classic pairings, cookies and milk, mistletoe and kisses, and your holiday plans and a new Chevy. Silverado 1500 gives you power and capability with 430 pound-feet of torque to haul your holiday tree. The Equinox EV and all-new Equinox, America's best compact SUV for new vehicle quality by J.D. Power, offer both confidence and style to see you through the holiday season. It's easy to see why Chevy makes everything better and brighter. Find your red tag. Get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select popular Chevy models when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Award based on 2024 models. For J.D. Power 2024 U.S. Industrial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Offer available on all 2025 Equinox and 2024 Equinox EV, Blazer EV, and Silverado EV models. Monthly payment is $27.78 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment is 26.8%. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 1/2/25.
Tips to help improve basic steps for building a budget in 2024. Building a budget can help you achieve and reach your financial goals. With a budget, you can keep track of your spending, avoid and get out of debt, limit overspending, pay bills on time, and build solid savings habits. What's the best way to get started? Figure out how much to set aside for expenses, like rent, mortgage, bills, groceries, and entertainment. Understanding your past financial habits can help you make the proper adjustments for your budget. Adjusting to a budget can take time as you work to find the right balance, but keep working on it. For more financial health tips, visit chase.com or stop by a local branch. This segment is sponsored by J.P. Morgan Chase & Company.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on Autopsy, then click on Request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive.
Hi, I'm Jesse Jackson Jr. You've been hearing me guest host here on KBLA Talk 1580, and I'm having a blast. But I'm excited about joining the official lineup here at KBLA Talk 1580 starting Monday, January 6th at 1 p.m. Start your day with First Things First and Dominique DiPrima at 6 a.m. Check out Tavis Smiley at 9 a.m. Tune into Truth Time with Dr. Cornell West and Nina Turner at 12 noon, and then tap in with me on The Jesse Jackson Jr. Show at 1 p.m. weekdays. I served 17 years in the U.S. Congress, and I can tell you it's going to be a rough 4 years, so let's navigate this journey together. It's The Jesse Jackson Jr. Show, starting Monday, January 6th at 1 p.m. on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DiPrima on First Things First.
This is what I love about my job. Where did the hour go? Etienne Maurice is our guest. And before we run out of time, before we pass the mic to Tavis Smiley, you're giving away some tickets?
Yes, giving away some Film Good tickets. If you call in, you will be able to get an all-access pass to Film Good this
Wow,
week.
all-access pass to panels and screenings and parties. 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580 if you want to go.
We're giving away 5 passes, so call in, call in.
That's amazing. 800-920-1580. Okay, so I'm going to get through these questions before we run out of time here. Somebody asked about the location of the WalkGood Yard.
The WalkGood Yard is 4019 West Pico Boulevard. 4019 West Pico Boulevard, right across the street from Catch One. If you know the city, it's right on the corner of Pico and Norton. Make sure to pull up. You can follow us. You can go on the website. If you Google the WalkGood Yard, you will find us, and you'll be able to find where we're located.
Yeah, it's right near Crenshaw and Pico.
Yes.
Kind of, sort of.
Yes, literally. 2 blocks east.
So, how's your mom feeling about it? She must have been really proud.
My mom is so excited. She's still mad at me that I didn't tell her that I was even shooting this movie.
You didn't tell her you were
shooting?
Her.
No, I literally.
Wow.
I told her after we said wrap, and I was on my way to Jamaica to get married to my wife. So she did not know that I was shooting.
Yeah, I would have been mad at you.
Yeah,
but I can understand it. You didn't want.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. You know, my mother's a big movie star, and I didn't want her to think that I was just doing it because of her.
Right.
Exactly. And I wanted her to know that this was a choice that I made for me. But she was inspired. She was always been my inspiration. So I wanted to make sure that she knew after we said rap.
And you guys are close.
Yeah, that's my best friend. It's my best friend.
You guys are close. So that must have been a hard secret to keep.
It was very, very hard. Very, very hard. But
awesome.
I do want to share this, though. Like, I think my mom being my best friend has really made me be the man that I am today. Like, anybody who has a son, make sure that or a daughter, make sure that you are there for them through the highs and the lows. You know, I'm a survivor of gun violence. You know, I've dealt with my struggles of drug and alcohol addiction after, you know, surviving a traumatic brain injury due to a DUI And my mom was always by my side. My mom never left. And that guilt and that shame that I felt all these years, I've had to learn to just let it go, because I think my mom, she's always done her best just to be a present mother. And she always made sure to bring our community, our family together to make sure that I didn't go by the wayside. So I wouldn't be here doing this interview with you in a right state of mind if it wasn't for my mom and her presence. So I love my mom to life, because if it wasn't for her, I would not be here.
And of course, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
And of course, you had to do the work.
Yeah.
And I know she's proud. You just popped out a whole leading man. You just popped out. Oh, by the way, Mama, I'm a leading man.
It was a lot of prayers answered.
And I love that you shared the struggle, too, because we're so Instagram-ish today, where everything is just the pretty filtered side and not, the tough underbelly of what we have to
It was tough.
work
It was
through.
very, very tough. And, it's because of a strong black woman by my side, I've been able to be the strong black man that I am today.
Yeah. And a great advertisement for why we need yoga.
Yes. WalkGood, WalkGoodLA.org.
We just gave away all those tickets already, but you have tickets for students.
Yes, you could buy tickets. We have students. If you are in college, if you are in high school, you'll be able to purchase your ticket right now. But you'll be able to go on our website to do so, filmgood.org.
Okay, real quick, because I can't resist asking you, what's your ultimate success for you?
Ultimate success is WalkGood. Ultimate success is WalkGood and be able to shoot more films, more TV shows. You're going to see WalkGood be like an enterprise, right? So we have WalkGood Productions, which is our production company. My brother Jay Peshwari and I, we have been really working effortlessly to create really impactful stories through the lens, but WalkGood will be not just a production company. It is going to be a wellness enterprise. And so, yeah.
Sounds like a socially innovative enterprise.
Yeah, you will see it.
Etienne Maurice, pleasure to talk with you. Thanks so much for coming in. Mistletoe and Matrimony this weekend.
This weekend on OWN and Max this Saturday.
Tavis Smiley's up right now. Gotta go. But in the words of my own mama, history is now, and we are making it together. Until tomorrow, one love.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with 4 Things You Should Know from BIN News. A recent Gallup poll shows that 62% of Americans now believe the federal government should ensure health care coverage for everyone, the highest percentage in over a decade. The U.S. Supreme Court rejected an appeal by parents claiming Boston's pandemic-era exam school admissions discriminated against white and Asian students. The challenged policy, which used zip code quotas, has since been replaced and is not being contested. A wind-driven wildfire near Malibu has grown to over 1,600 acres. Los Angeles County firefighters are battling the Franklin fire, which started Monday night. Evacuations are mandatory, and Pepperdine University students must shelter in place. And a Florida fisherman found 55 pounds of cocaine worth $1.7 million off the coast. The Brevard County Sheriff's Office joked, inviting the owner to claim the drugs for an all-expense-paid stay at the county jail. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 at BINnews.com.
New deals just dropped at Lowe's. Get up to 50% off select pre-lit artificial Christmas trees, holiday lights, and more. Plus, save with weekly deal drops on appliances, tools, and more. Valid 12/5 through 12/11. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
This week, the Trojans are 8-1. They're at home tonight against Fresno State. The Lakers and Clippers have a nice schedule break. Both teams are off until Friday. The Lakers